Flosstube friends! Thanks for stopping by. Today is Friday, June 21st, and that means happy summer. It also means happy International Gnome Day to my friend Brandy at Every Home Needs a Gnome, and Donna Ray and Linda over at Blue Horse Yellow Cow. They all celebrate, they all have hats, they all have fun things. It makes you want to be a part of it. So happy International Gnome Day. So that's a good thing. So we could celebrate. You could come over, have coffee, maybe a fudgy brownie, a delicious, decadent, fudgy, delicious, moist, perfect texture. Oh, it really smells good. Okay, here's the secret. I'm not a chocolate fan. I like white chocolate, but that's not chocolate. So anyway, I like to bake, so I made these. Mr. Wright took some to work this morning, and then he's going to take a plate to his chess club. The man next door, I think he's 85, and he's an expert chess player, and so he has people over, and it's reminiscent of a salon where they all talk and discuss chess and world events, or I don't know. Anyway, they're all going to have some wonderful fudgy brownies, but there's plenty for you today, so come on over. We are not eating them in my sewing room. You already know that. We're going to eat at the table with napkins and plates, and we will not be getting any chocolatey fudge brownie bits in my sewing room. That would make me crazy. That would make me crazy. Okay, let's talk about the quilt behind me. Okay, I made this for my son, and I just made the block. The block is called a sailboat block, and it's machine pieced and hand quilted. And under each of the boats, there's waves that I quilted by hand. Above each, to the little side there of the sailboat, there's a circle that I quilted for the moon or the sun. And in between all the sashing is a rope that I quilted. I have no idea why I hand quilted a quilt for a little boy. But it stayed together, and he used it all the time and made a fort out of it, or used it on his bed, or took it outside on the grass. And actually on the back I embroidered his hand in my hand, and it's really neat to see how small it is. I'll take a picture and post it on my blog so you can see it. But I made it in 1989, so it's a good one. That's today's quilt. So let's see, how about if I show you a previous finish right off the bat? That could be kind of good. Okay, this was done. It is Plum Street Samplers Boris. That's the name of the pattern, and here it is. I framed it myself. I have some paper on the back. It looks like chicken wire paper, but I did the back myself. Okay, so this pattern, it's such a grumpy little dog. It's so cute. It just made me giggle when I saw it. Oh, I was in Victoria, BC, and with a friend and Mr. Wright, and I just slipped into a quick little store. I said, just be a minute. It was a yarn store, and it was beautifully appointed, and the door was really beautiful, and I went in, and the lady was really nice, and she had just gorgeous yarn, and I really liked it. But as I turned to go, I saw on the wall going up the stairs there were some pictures, and I looked closer, and they were cross stitch. And so she didn't have a lot of supplies or anything. She had some thread, but and she had just a couple pieces of fabric, but she had some patterns, so I bought this pattern there. And when I was in California, in Brea, California, We the Needle. It's a needlework shop. It's a small little shop. Oh, it's wonderful. The lady's really nice. She did this pattern, and I happened to see it on the wall. And when you look at the letters on this pattern, it's just haphazard. The alphabet letters are everywhere on the sampler. But she had taken all the dogs that they had had in their family in their lifetime, and she had fit in their names everywhere in there. And I thought it was such a clever idea. It was really good. So anyway, this one makes me smile, and my friend Anita from Shine, Sparkle, and Stitch, she's going to do this. So I'm passing the pattern on to her. So that'll be a good thing. And anyway, that was fun. It's such a grumpy little dog. It makes me smile and laugh every time I see it. Oh, and I stitched it on 28 count. Let's see. Housekeeping. Oh, I have a couple things before we get going. First of all, thank you for all of your prayers for my friend Sweet Al. He came through heart surgery and he's home resting, so they seem to be doing okay. So thank you for that. My sister-in-law Janice is doing better. Hi, Janice. Mwah. She seems, her voice sounds like the old Janice that I love. The snarky, funny, humorous, smart, sassy. She's a good one. She's a good one. So she's doing better. Thanks very much, and thanks for all the wishes for my son Dustin. That's his quilt. He had a really marvelous birthday, and it's always fun when you see your kids happy. That's what any parent wants. So that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Okay. One of the things somebody asked me was the pins that I use to pin my pieces. When I put them on a piece of foam core. And these are the pins that I use. They come in this little plastic box. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and they are, I think the box comes with 250, and it's under $3. I want to say, are they nickel or stainless steel? I think they're stainless steel. Yeah. Anyway, and I tried those other ones with the flat top. I ordered some from Amazon, and I wasn't as happy with those as I am with these. So there you go, Hobby Lobby. They work really well. Okay, the other question was last time I just popped in on Flag Day, and somebody asked me the name of the pattern of the flag that I stitch with the buttons, and it's called Old Glory, and it's the Americana collection, and the artist name is Nancy Sutherland Holmes. And I don't know if you can still find it because it's from 1991. Here's a picture of me that I put inside stitching on my quilt. It was on my flags with all the buttons that I stitched on. And that was it was a going away thing. I was moving away to Germany from my quilting group in Oklahoma, so it was kind of sad, but kind of fun that I inside the pattern I just stapled a picture that somebody took. So that's kind of a neat little memento. So that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Okay. Everybody asked me about the rolling pins that were in my last video. So thank you for all your kind comments. Okay, and I know you all want me to show them, and I don't really know if you want me to hold up rolling pins and tell you about each one, but okay, I might slip that in, different videos. But yes, I do have a large collection. I collected one from every country that I visited, most of the states that I visited, and a few people have given to me them as a present. And 99% of them I use. There's a couple that I don't. And yes, I do have my favorites. So, anyway, that's a good thing. And yeah, I'll share some of those once in a while. So thanks for all your kind comments. That was really nice. Okay, I have 3 questions that were from a previous video. I said I'd go through all 145, so I'm trying to do a couple each video. So, where was I born? I was born in Bellingham, Washington. It is the northern part of Washington State. Just a few miles from the Canadian border. One of the questions was, where was Mr. Wright born? He was born in Newport, Vermont, on the other side of the country, right next to the Canadian border. He about 3 miles inside the American border. So totally opposite. Somehow we found each other. What is my favorite food? My very favorite food of all time is popcorn. Followed closely by white wedding cake with white frosting with no filling. And third on the list is mashed potatoes. I seem to have a white theme going on there. I don't know. Okay, so let's get into my works in progress so I can show you what's going on. Okay, so the Needleworker Sampler. Ooh, I got to go back a little bit here. She's coming along nicely. It is a pattern by Brenda. I'm working on the house right now. I stopped working on the rest of it because I ran out of thread. 3 threads. I don't know what is my problem. Why? This is the second sampler I've done that I've run out of threads. I just miscalculated, didn't order properly. I don't know. I don't have a local needlework shop, so I do order them. But so anyway, I was working on the house, and then I switched to something else. But okay, so on this one, I did change the letter color so that my initials are in red. This one's going to hang in my sewing room, so I wanted it to be about me this time. And the numbers, the number 6, that's my birth date, so I changed the color on that. And it's been a pleasure to stitch. It's beautiful colors, and it's such a different border. That's been really fun and interesting to work on. It's so different than anything I've done, but I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm working on the house right now because those are the colors that I have. Isn't that crazy that I did that? My other work in progress is called Nostalgia 11. Okay, so it is by Kluber. Here, let me show you the pattern first. Okay, so these were made as small squares, and they're exactly even squares. And I think she has 12 of them, and then you could stitch them all on one piece of fabric, or you could do them individually, or a couple. And you know, you could put them all together and then use the border all the way around the whole thing if you wanted. And I used this one as a practice, a trial run. And I like the chickens on it. I like the birds on it. Okay, so this particular pattern, you can see where it ends, right underneath the chickens. Okay, here's mine. I added an alphabet underneath it, and I changed the colors of the E and the A and the W. That's for my little granddaughter, Adelaide Erin Wilson. I thought maybe I could slip her initials into this sampler. Anyway, I added the alphabet and then just dropped down the border because I wanted to make this into a piece that would fit in a ready-made 8x10 frame. Now, Stephanie of Lindy Stitches, she was talking about it, that she was considering designing some patterns maybe that would fit in an already store-bought frame, that a particular, you know, the size that we're used to, 8x10, 5x7. And she was asking if people, if we liked that idea. And quite frankly, I really do. I don't mind spending the money on some of my bigger pieces, the samplers and whatnot. But once in a while, when you make a small, quick piece, look at those charming little acorns in the tree. That's adorable. This is really fun. It's easy. But I liked the idea. Lynette from Homesteading on the Home Front, she suggested that you could manipulate the pattern a little bit by adding a line, subtracting a line, making it fit a ready-made frame. And that kind of helps me, that I can get some of those pieces done, finished, and up and enjoyable, or give them away as a present instead of sitting in my finished box and not being able to enjoy them. So anyway, that's what I did. I just added the 2 lines, dropped the border down, and then made the border the border they already had, and I just used that and elongated it. So it's coming along really, really well. I really like it. I'm not fussy about the color of the fabric. Like I've said before, I don't have a local needlework shop, so I've bought some fabric online. You know, you don't always know the color. This one, I think when it's finished, I'm going to coffee and tea dye it, darken it up a little bit. And these are DMC threads, so I think it'll work just fine. So coming close to a finish on this one, so that'll be good. That'll be really good. I enjoy it. That's a nice one. That's a really nice one. I have a fully finished project. Okay, so this one, oops, I didn't bring the pattern and I don't know how to stop. Okay, it's called Amazing Grace. I'll write down what the pattern is down below when I'm done making this video. Okay, so this is the pattern. It's called Amazing Grace. I forget who did it, but I will put it down below. Okay, so I made this several years ago, and it has been sitting in my finished box, and I just did not like it. I did not enjoy the process. This fabric was yucky, loosey, goosey, stretchy. It drove me insane. It was before I got my new stitching glasses, so I had a really tricky time. It was the dark color with the white threads. I didn't know all the tricks of the trade. I didn't know to put a white towel in my lap or use a really bright light, and I got new glasses. So anyway, I came across it the other day because like I said, I am trying to go through that box and finish all the pieces and fully finish them so we can enjoy them. So anyway, I happened upon this frame, and it's kind of a carved, rustic looking frame. And it reminded me of these church pews in this little chapel. Okay, so when I lived in Oklahoma, we lived at Fort Sill in Lawton, Oklahoma, and right near there is a place called the Wichita Mountain Wildlife Refuge, and it's a 66 acre refuge for animals, buffalo, birds, animals, all kinds of things. And you can go hiking and picture taking and all that. But on that property, there is this stone chapel. Okay, so back in the 20s, I can't remember his name, Reverend Wallach, I think that's it. He had this vision that the landscape, that there was no trees or anything, it reminded him of Jerusalem, and he wanted to create this place that looked like the Holy Country. And so he got all these ideas, and he wrote to the president. And President Roosevelt thought it was a great idea. So they built this whole chapel area. There's a couple of outbuildings, and there's the main chapel in 1934 and 1936. And they had the Civil Corps of Engineers. They had the president suggested, and I guess gently suggested or told people to do it. I don't know how they did that in those days. That they would build this. Okay, so when you're out there hiking in the refuge and walking, it's 90 degrees or 85 degrees, and it's really warm, and it's enjoyable, and picture taking opportunities, it's really fun. But then when you come upon this, it is wonderful, and then you get to go into that little tiny stone church, and it's so cool. It's all like that adobe walls. The ceiling is painted beautiful. It's like this little gem in the middle of this rough, deserty area. Okay, so one of the things they do with it, which is so neat, it is the place where there's the longest running passion play in America. And I believe now they do it every other year at Easter. And full actors, all the people come, everyone sits up on the hills and watches this production. And back in the 20s, I think it was back in the 20s, they had 225,000 people come to watch this production, the passion play production. And anyway, it's really lovely that they're still doing it. And so anyway, in that little tiny chapel, I don't know, there's like 5 or 6 pews, small short pews, on each side. And at the end, there's this carving, this kind of rustic, rough looking carving. I think I remember it. Anyway, when I saw this frame, I knew instantly that it needed to be for this piece of cross stitch. So that was a long story to tell you about my latest finish. So anyway, yay, fully finished. Fully finished. Fully finished. That's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Made me happy. It makes me happier to have them in a frame than it does in a box that I can't ever enjoy them or see them. And I'm much happier now that it's finished than grumbling and complaining about the yucky, loosey-goosey fabric. So. Okay, I have a couple of Flosstube Makers I wanted to share with you. First of all, Pam from Stitching Between the Lines. Oh, she's so smart and really, really does some beautiful stitching. She's a beautiful quilter. I've talked about her before. She's the one that shared that heart quilt that I did, that bright pinks and reds. And anyway, she just finished a cross-stitch piece that is about it's about camping, wildlife. I don't remember. It has like a little cabin, maybe bears, a little river, what have you. And it wasn't anything that it didn't catch my attention. It wasn't something that I would have stitched. And the way she finished it is brilliant. It is worth a look. So take a minute, go over and see Pam, her latest video, and she framed it in a shadow box, and she put river rocks at the bottom. Oh, it's just perfect. It's like the artist should put that on the cover of the pattern. It's really lovely. It's a really good idea. I just love it. I think she did a great job. So take some time and go see that. Okay, the other people that I wanted to tell you about are Stitching Ellis and Annie. And I think they live in Liverpool, England, and they're mom and daughter, and the daughter does most of the stitching, but her mom does some stitching too. And they're just so kind and considerate, and they're so respectful of each other. It's really lovely to see mom and daughter talking so kind to one another, and they're just kind of like encouraging each other and cheering each other on, and it just makes you feel so good when you're done watching them. I think you really enjoy your time there. So I'll link both of those below so that if you looking for somebody to when you're drinking your coffee and you want to stitch and listen to somebody, that those are your gals. But don't forget to look up and look at Pam's finish, because you'll really like that. Okay, I have 4 Flosstube friends I wanted to tell you about. They don't make Flosstube videos, but they always comment, always say such nice things. So, okay, Kathy Lloyd. Okay, one of the things she says, isn't it amazing that we live, or she said, we live in an amazing world. And she's just so uplifting and encouraging. She leaves kind comments. She's left comments on Instagram and on my YouTube videos, and she's just really, really lovely. Somebody that you want to sit and stitch with and spend your time with. So thanks, Kathy, for leaving some comments. Okay, Melissa Wilkerson. She's an Air Force mom. She leaves kind comments. She's considerate. She said for when her son leaves in the Air Force to go back to his duty station, she said the comment that she makes is, it's her best hello and her hardest goodbye. So I love that she said that. You know she's a military mom. That is must be a tough time. Tricky. You're proud of them, but to say goodbye, it must be hard. Okay, I have a new friend named Angelia De Hager. I think that's how you say her name. She's from South Africa. I know, I live here in the Pacific Northwest, and then YouTube connected me to someone in South Africa. She's got a beautiful smile. She's very gracious and so complimentary, very polite, and leaves such kind words. And thank you so much. You made my stitching world just so much better and swirly, and I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much. South Africa, isn't that amazing? Okay, that's the best part of technology. That doesn't make me upset. That doesn't make me frustrated that I can't make music work. It makes me happy that I'm connected with a new friend in South Africa. And the last person today is Frankie Easter. She's my kind of girl. She's a grandma. She has chickens. She has a garden. She has a beautiful smile. And she always leaves really kind comments. And so nice, so sweet. So thanks, ladies. Thanks, all of you. I really appreciate all of your kind comments and well wishes for things, and your curiosity and interest in things that I'm doing, and you ask me questions about things, and I really try to answer all of them. I hope I do, but thank you so much for taking the time to leave a comment. And it's fun to get to know each other and make new friends. So thanks, ladies. I really appreciate it. Okay, I know you're all waiting. You're waiting for the drawing. The drawing. Okay, so it's the project bag. We've gone through all this. It is the pattern by the Drawn Thread called the Free and Brave. It's some thread drops and some thread, and Mr. Wright is going to donate $50 in your name to the Til Valhalla Project to help some awareness about the PTSD with our soldiers. And it's a really good cause. I'll link it below. And one of the things, before I tell you the number that generator thing generated, thank you very much. For some folks wrote to me, and they made a donation on their own to that charity. How generous and nice of you. Thank you so much. That's pretty neat that I just mentioned it to give this away, and then you jumped on the bandwagon. So that's pretty nice. Thank you so much. Okay, so I used that random comment generator, and I got 214 comments, and I tried to answer everyone, so thank you so much. Everybody talked about summer. Everybody loves watermelon and sitting outside and stitching or drinking coffee or hanging out with their family. And some people wanted to go boating, and some people just wanted to go for a walk in the nice warm weather. And every single one, I wanted to sit on their back porch with them and have a barbecue and eat potato salad with them. It just sounded wonderful. So thanks for sharing all your favorite summer things. That was an excellent question, because everybody had really happy, fun comments. So thanks so much. Okay, so 214. Yeah, did I say two? Yeah, 214. Okay, and the random generator comment picker, it chose number 182. So, this is how I keep track. I write down everybody's name. I don't really know how other people do it. So, anyway. All right, so 182. Okay, Janet Murray, you're the winner. Congratulations! So if you get a chance, could you please send me your mailing address to my email. I'll link it below, and then I promise I'll send it out Monday morning, lickety-split, and then you'll get your project bag and pattern and whatnot, and then we will use your name and make a donation to the charity of Mr. Wright's Choice, the Til Valhalla Project, in your name. So thanks for playing along. It was fun. Thanks everybody for leaving such kind comments. And it was really fun to hear about your summer and your boating and watermelon, potato salad. Can you tell? Those are my favorite. And gardening. Everybody likes that. Ooh, one person said that they liked fresh tomato sandwiches on white bread with a special kind of mayonnaise. I forget the name. Anyway, when I read it out loud, Mr. Wright said, "Oh, that sounds amazing." He remembered eating those as a little boy. So that was obviously a good memory for him. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, what am I grateful for? Okay, number one, I'm grateful for my rebounder. I rebound every single day. It's in my house. Who wouldn't want to use a trampoline inside their house? It keeps my lymphatic system going, clears everything out. It is, if I do 2 minutes on the rebounder, it's worth like 6 minutes of jogging or walking, and it's a great thing. It makes me happy. It gets my system moving. It's wonderful. And the material that I jump on is like a trampoline material, so it's a little bit slippery if you used regular socks. Okay, so I was wearing these. I wear them every day. So I was wearing these socks the other day, and they have these little. Okay, the reason why I wanted to show you is because it's not just the name of my channel. I live this every day of my life. The bottom of my socks, when I'm rebounding, say "Be grateful." Isn't that fun? Okay, it's made out of that little rubbery stuff, those little things that are on the bottom of little kids' socks. It's so that you don't slip. So that's what I wear when I just slip them on before I jump on the rebounder. And so I don't slip off, and that would be bad. So anyway, I wanted you to see. I forgot all about it. I've been using them for probably, I don't know, 6 years or so. And I rebound 5 or 6 times a week. I always take Sundays off. Sundays I go bike riding or do something else. So anyway, I totally forgot, and that's what they say on my feed. So it made me happy that I remembered that. It made me very grateful. I wanted to say thank you to Suzy Reno. She suggested a light strip. It's about this long. It plugs in, and it goes on the harp, the inside part of your sewing machine. You know, that the part behind the needle where the fabric can go through, that part, and it sticks in there. I'm telling you, it is life-changing. It lights up your project, and it makes me so happy. I am so grateful. So thank you, Suzy Reno. Mwah! Thank you for suggesting it. It really is just like, and let there be light. It made me so happy. Made me so happy. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you that I'm very grateful for is, here's a good example. When I'm stitching, sometimes I'll use this highlighter pen to tell me that I'm missing one color or to find the center of a project. And so I just highlight it. But then, like, I'm giving away that pattern to my friend Anita. And so I take, this highlighter has an eraser on the end. So okay, so I just showed you the part that I highlighted. Okay, you're not going to believe this. Okay, I'm going to show you. Look. It's gone. Isn't that neat? So whatever notes I make or dots I put on there or a little cross in the middle or what have you, before I pass the pattern on, I can just erase it. It's so neat. I got these on Amazon. They're from Pilot. They're highlighter pens. I think the package was like 3 or 4 of them came in the package, and it wasn't very much money. So if I can find that link, I'll link it below. But isn't that cool that you can erase the highlight? I'm grateful for that. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay, I have one more thing. This is like turning into a food video. I'm kind of crazy. Do you know what this is? This is something I'm very grateful for. Mr. Wright makes peanut butter. We make homemade peanut butter. He uses the juicer. Instead of the little thing, the sieve where the juice comes out, he puts in a flat one so that it doesn't go out the juicer part. It comes out the end. And so he just puts peanuts, roasted peanuts, in the top, and out comes fresh peanut butter, roasted, warm peanut butter through the juicer. I kind of want to put my finger right underneath it and just look at it. It's so good. It's so good. I am very grateful for fresh homemade peanut butter. So I'm a lucky girl. That's a nice treat. It's just peanuts in the top of the juicer and they smash and comes out fresh peanut butter. You don't have to stir it. You don't have to do anything. You just have to figure out how you want to eat it. It's delicious. It's delicious. Okay, I think that's all I have for today. But as soon as I stop this video, I'm going to say, oh, I forgot to tell them that. Anyway, I just want to say thanks. Thanks for stopping by and for leaving such great comments and cheering me on and inspiring me. You make my world so much swirlier. Is that a word? Swirlier? I don't know. Anyway, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you find lots of time to sit down and stitch. My friend Angie, she sent a message this morning that said it was pouring down rain and it's kind of forcing her to sit down and stitch. So I hope we all have a little moment this weekend that we're just kind of forced to put our feet up and sit down and stitch. So thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I enjoy all your comments. It's good. It makes my life better. I'm really grateful that you're in my sewing circle. So thanks so much. We'll chat soon. Bye-bye. See you next time.